And now, on winner's side, a player who has been fighting time and time again to claim the #1 ranking in the world. Give it up for #2 seed, Penguin. And his opponent, in his first ever appearance in the winners finals of an RCS event, from online to offline, taking names, give it up for Xaro. Dan, G-Pick, D1, take it away.
Let's get it. All right, guys, here at the RCS, of course, we're, again, in the winners finals, and we have these two players right now going at it, and I wanted to ask you, of course, going into this match, how do you guys feel that the match will go?
So this is really exciting because Xaro and Penguin haven't fought each other at all this year, online or offline. But Xaro, in order to make it here, had to take out Windows and Cake Assault. Windows, Cake Assault, Penguin, that's the famous top 3, right? To do 2 of them back to back and then have to fight Penguin right next. Like, if he takes out Penguin, what an incredible statement to make, that anybody, no matter who you are, if you practice enough at home, online, you can go against the best and the best and come out on top. But like Rosa alluded to, like Dan alluded to, Penguin is that gatekeeper. It is so hard to get past him. I think he's missed only, what, 1 grand finals in the past about 2 years or so, which was at Heatwave 3. Unless it was that one, he's made first or second at everything else.
Yeah, and the big thing with Penguin, I think with the other matchups, especially in winner's side, there always tends to be, when Cake Assault does really well at a tournament, he seems to always be in losers. There's always kind of an upset in winners. So having Xaro take out Cake in winners, and he actually did that at Big House as well. Yeah. He was able to knock Cake Assault into losers. Isn't as surprising, but to knock out Penguin out of winner's side is a lot bigger challenge. And let's see if Xaro can put it all together.
Already Penguin coming in with fierce aggression here on Jules Vale. This is a stage with a lot of combo potential, especially with that moving platform going side to side. And the real question here is going to have to do with the weight difference between Absa and Orcane. Absa being one of those featherweight characters can eat a whole lot of knockback, especially from that down strong by Orcane. What we're probably going to see here is a lot of slow pecks by Xaro, sticking close to Penguin, and the moment he sees Penguin a little bit over 70%, hunting for those down smashes. But of course, Penguin with those forward airs is going to be able to lead Sweet Spot into Sweet Spot, escorting Xaro to the far blast zones.
Yeah, right now, Xaro is just moving absolutely quick all over the stage, but right there, amazing KO right there that we saw from the Orcane.
Getting that first blood off of that parry, and that's the danger here. Orcane has so much kill power off his up air, his up strong, and his down strong. It's something that Penguin's going to need to constantly stay aware of no matter how much damage he's racking on.
And parry is really big in this matchup. It's something we see when Cake is playing well against Penguin. He kind of uses the parry because Penguin's always doing something. He's always moving, he's always putting out clouds, he's always up specialing.
Wow, and catching him with the Thunder Line, that is the main core of Absa's gameplay, is it looks like a little Penguin Hell because it's Penguin skin, and that has so much zone control. Absa can pop it for a quick hitbox or hold it and create a line of thunder between it and Absa anywhere on the stage.
It almost looks like really difficult, too, for Xaro to just get his momentum going, especially against the likes of Penguin, who, even from mid-range, right, he has a lot of great rushdown tools.
Seeing Xaro, though, slowly die back onto the stage, but these up airs are getting stronger and stronger. I don't think Xaro's going to be able to survive the next one. And Penguin's doing such a great job juggling. You see him slowly wait out the different air resources that Xaro has with these little cloud pops and up tilts, and catching the puddle right there with his up strong. That is the one recovery path that Xaro really has, and he needs to make sure it's on the other side of the blast zone. And the whiff punish coming from Xaro, evening it up to 1-1, one stock apiece.
The miss punish into the punish.
Yeah.
And that's what having like that fast and down strong does for you on Orcane. They can kind of sneak away.
But the juggle's right here again.
Ooh, Xaro just barely staying out of range. Penguin is expecting the teleport to land on him. He was trying to parry it and set up another punish. Xaro staying back. We're starting to see parries come out from him as well. He recognizes that Penguin's at that 81%. This is kill percent for Orcane. Finds himself the forward strong.
Forward strong, rather.
Center stage, yeah.
Yeah.
And speaking of center stage, you could see Xaro right now is doing such an amazing job holding it down right there, but getting that first game.
That's huge. That is huge to go up 1-0 on Penguin.
That being said, when we do see Penguin play, it's not that he just sweeps through everybody, right? There's always that first game where things are a little bit shaky. It's the games 2 through 4 where he starts to see how well you really have it. I've seen Penguin get 3-stocked game 1 and then still win the next 3 games in a row. We're going to be going here to Endless Abyss. Absolutely no platforms here. Just a straightforward stage to catch landings, which is really what Penguin was trying to capitalize on the most against Xaro in that previous game. But there's still the fact of the kill percents and avoiding those downstrongs. With no platforms to reset quick attack, we might see Penguin have no chance to escape against the sliding smash attacks.
All right, and one of the things I wanted to ask, with regard to this matchup too, would you say that the character that you see Penguin is using right now makes it very difficult for Xaro's Orcane to get inside?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, that
zoning-wise.
Yeah, it has to do with the sliding movement, and of course the fact that Orcane also has some zoning tools, especially with his bubbles, and the being able to set up those puddle traps as well to capitalize on air movement like quick attacks.
Yeah, this matchup historically has always been kind of back and forth, because I always thought, at least when the game was new, that Orcane had a pretty big advantage over Absa. But unfortunately, I never thought Orcane has an advantage over Penguin. And now that Penguin kind of represents Absa's metagame in that he's always in the top 8 at every tournament, and he goes to all the tournaments, the matchup has kind of shifted back into Absa's favor, solely thanks to Penguin having such a good handle on it.
Yeah, I remember for a time Dolphinberg was also causing a lot of trouble in this matchup against Penguin, but yeah, Penguin's just slowly making it work. Even against him, the down strong, not going to be enough to kill yet. We see Xaro trying to get the parry on the Cloud. He doesn't quite line up the timing, and because of that, Penguin makes his way back on stage. He's looking to capitalize off the Cloud ping pong, but Xaro stays airborne enough, but he's got no air dodge left. The resources are slowly gone. No puddle.
Yeah, that's a KO right there again.
Yeah. The only thing he had left there was to either try to propel himself backwards with that forward air, because if you hold back, you just like bubble butts his way back onto the stage, or to do an Orca jump. But both of those things would have to go directly through Penguin. It's just right there, ready to catch you.
Yeah, he decided. I think also he might not even have the height to get his forward air back on stage, so just opted to throw that one away. Let's get into the next game.
Yeah. So, like we talked about earlier, it's now 1-1 apiece between them. Going to Air Armada, though. This is a stage with some really small blast zones and a tough place to recover. It's the one level where those walls at the side of the stage don't actually go all the way down. There is a bottom side to the ship, and it can make it a little bit trickier to navigate when you're looking to wall jump. But it's Penguin that finds the first hit, already 81% onto Xaro. Xaro immediately claiming the center stage, hoping to set up a zone.
And you can see right here. Oh, wait a second. That was such a quick stock deletion right there. Just like 30 seconds and already
that's
in such good position, Xaro.
That's one of Penguin's favorite ways to come back to the stage. He double jumps and throws out that Cloud on his way back, and using that exerts pressure on the opponent edge guarding and can set him up for his own kill.
Okay, got the parry right here.
And KOs. Right there, showing how hard it is to DI Orcane's down strong. If you DI out, you die off the side blast zone. If you DI in, you die off the top. I think best DI is kind of mixing it up.
That's part of the idea, I think, with this counter pick for Xaro, is that it's such a small blast zone that even with that great DI, Xaro can rest assured he's going to get a kill with that at about 80% every time. But at the same time, though, we do still have the threat of the up air and the threat of the fair chains coming out from Penguin.
One thing to watch for Xaro to do as well is if you can wave land into a down strong on those top platforms as Orcane, it's going to kill even earlier. Right here again.
Xaro now up a stock.
Yep, crowd going crazy right now, noticing that Xaro's in the lead here.
Oh, getting the full charge there, too, on the tech punish. Xaro barely disengaging to avoid the quick attack. We see Penguin trying to mix up his quick attack jolt, so it's not as easy for Xaro to parry or to crouch cancel. Xaro's just always out of way of the proper meaty punish you'd want at 130, but never mind. Penguin finding the roll punish there with the up strong.
Yep, right now chilling at 60%. Right now, one stock apiece between both players, Xaro and Penguin. Again, this is going to be a 3-5 setup between them, but things are already heating up. Look at that. Center stage pressure.
That was a beautiful whip punish by Windows, and he's not Windows, Penguin, and he sets himself up for a carry. Can't take it all the way to the top, but already takes the percent lead.
Penguin right now in control.
But we had that puddle on the other side of the stage, and you always have to watch for the chance that Orcane will choose to teleport there as his recovery. But we're gonna find no sweet spots on either of those aerials. That's so huge for Xaro. And there we go, the sweet spot kick coming out from Penguin, taking that second game. But we see that huge exhale. We see the pressure that Xaro is able to put on our top players in Rivals of Aether.
I thought for sure Xaro was going to walk away with that game 3.
Yeah, that was looking, he had so much momentum. It was just at that last moment. That's the thing about those clouds, is they can really pull out the rug from under you. If you're not ready for Penguin to either be moving in while placing it at your back, or if you're trying to move forward a little bit too aggressively, forget that it's right there in the area, he can pop both of those in a moment and find his kill right afterwards.
Yeah, I think a big thing in Rivals and like Melee watching that too is a lot of the top players, they always imagine like they're going to win this match. So like you can never, even when a player gets high damage, you can never count them out because in their head, they're going to play perfectly, they're going to get the combo, and they're going to finish it. So momentum swings so fast that like you need to basically like put your foot on the pedal if you want to close out on like a top player.
And it just goes into what makes Rivals so engaging. It is such a scary, stressful game. There is no safety blanket.
Definitely not. And now going into the 4th game, Penguin on the verge of getting into the winner's side of Grand Finals here at Genesis 7. It's an incredibly big deal, and it's just crazy to me when you see the way that he's actually playing this character, right? Every time I would expect him to just try to stay far away, but he just has a really creative style when it comes to this character.
Yeah, a lot of that has to do with his quick attack movement, right? We see him sliding off platforms with it so he doesn't go into free fall, and that leads seamlessly into aerials, even if he hits his opponent with the quick attack itself.
Here comes some traps right here on the left, but Xaro was able to get inside, trying to get the stock, and he gets it!
All right, Xaro with the tiniest of leads, 140%. A single up air will do the job, so will the up strong.
Even getting a lead here, though, was impressive. When he was off stage, he looked like he was a fish out of water.
Beautiful option coverage. Xaro was counting on Penguin having forgotten the puddle there, and Xaro forgot about the cloud.
Yeah. And Penguin there covering the forward special as well if he tried to dash through him, so Penguin was all right going for that option.
And that's the thing that makes this matchup so tricky, is because of that Thunderline, the flexibility of that zone control makes it so much harder for Orcane to not be checkmated, essentially, in those edge guards.
Oh, and here comes the pressure again. Right now, it looks like Xaro's just reacting to all the pressure on these quick attacks. And beautiful finish right there, getting that stock again.
And that's the sign that Penguin is starting to feel really comfortable, is when he just dashes back and forth through the opponent, because there's still a hurt box on that quick attack. He can still be challenged, it can still be crouch canceled, it can be parried.
And that up strong parry punish actually almost just KO'd right there for Xaro. That's how strong Orcane's up strong is.
That's a parry right there, and look at that, just gets the up strong and beautiful stuff.
That initial droplet that Xaro fired is what let him find the up strong, because all those different answers still puts you in some sort of whiff lag that he can then try to come in and punish.
Look at that beautiful movement that we're seeing right here from Penguin. It's so unpredictable.
Xaro finding himself that first string, and look at him just juking out Penguin's landings, right? Dashing back just slightly too far for him to land with the forward air, and finding a down tilt punish and starting again and again.
And these traps that we're seeing set too from Penguin are just so tricky right here. Like you said, the option coverage is paramount. Look at those juggles as well. Trying to see if he can come back on stage right here. Xaro, 121%, having a very difficult time. Both of these players on their last stock, but Xaro's definitely in a really bad position. And there you have it.
Penguin right there with the bait, right? Being directly under Xaro, knowing the pressure he's put on, and just saying, give me something to react to. I have this up strong that will poke right above and take this game for me, and he gets the parry from Xaro. These two players putting so much strain on each other, but that's the thing about Penguin, right? He might drop the first game, but that's note-taking, right? That's how he's this consistent. He understands how to use every bit of Absa's moveset in all sorts of ways. He can play the aggressor, he can play the zoner if he needs to, and from there he just figures out, all right, you like this style? I think my kit covers this perfectly. I just need to change it this way. I just need to focus in this matchup. I'll cover the option coverage. I'll make sure that your puddle always has a cloud nearby, and you're never going to recover safely.
Yeah, the one big thing I'll say about Xaro, that compared to other players who've gotten to the stage, he was scaring Penguin for a lot longer than I expected. A lot of times we'll see players with upsets, and Xaro was able to kind of keep the momentum for a really long time. In every game, it looked like he had a chance to come out on top.
Yeah, I was very, very, very impressed with just the way Penguin was playing with this character. The entire time we're seeing Penguin just literally rushing down. It was so unpredictable, coming and attacking from all sorts of angles, and I just feel like even the pressure that he had at the ledge made it very difficult for Xaro to even just try to recover on stage. You saw amazing placement right there with those traps.
Yeah, and that's what makes like Rivals of Aether neutral so fascinating to watch. It's like a flinch-based neutral. You don't have that shield you can pull up and just wait when you're scared. You only have that parry that you have a split second to do. So when you're just having a player with such incredible movement like Penguin, zigzagging all over the place, just thinking, when's he going to come in? When's he going to come in? Sooner or later, you press a the button, right? You try to hit him, you try to defend yourself, and if he hasn't decided to come in yet, well, now he's coming now when you're in end lag.
Absolutely. And